Okay, so I've seen stuff online about pyramid schemes, like people getting rich quick. What exactly is a pyramid scheme? It sounds kind of like a game where everyone wins if they bring in friends.
It's not a game at all, and definitely not something where everyone wins. A pyramid scheme is basically an illegal scam dressed up as a business opportunity. It tricks people into paying money to join, usually with promises of big rewards. But the real way it works is that the cash from new joiners goes straight up to the people who got in first. No real product or service is being sold, just recruitment. Think of it like building a tower out of blocks, where each new layer has to be bigger than the one below to keep the whole thing from toppling. But eventually, it can't grow forever because there aren't enough people in the world to keep adding layers. That's why it's unsustainable and why governments crack down on it. It's fraud, plain and simple.
Wait, so it's illegal? But I've heard of those multi-level marketing things, like selling makeup or whatever, where you recruit friends to sell too. Isn't that the same?
Good question. There's a blurry line sometimes, but pyramid schemes cross it by focusing almost entirely on recruiting instead of selling actual stuff people want. Legit multi-level marketing, or MLM, might involve products, but if the main pitch is pay to join and get others to pay you, that's pyramid territory. The objection I hear a lot is that it seems like a fun, legit way to team up with friends for success, right? Like starting a club where everyone helps each other get ahead. But here's the catch. In a real business, value comes from what you provide, not from how many people you suck into paying fees. Pyramids prey on trust. Your friend tells you it's amazing. You join, pay up, and now you're pressured to rope in your own buddies. It's not teamwork. It's a trap that leaves most folks broke while a few at the top cash in.
That makes sense, I guess. Like, if it's all about bringing in more people and not really making or selling anything useful, then yeah, it feels off.
Exactly. Let me paint a picture with a quick story. A few years back, my cousin got pulled into one of these. Some guy at his gym said, invest $100, recruit 3 friends, and watch your money multiply. She thought it was like a cool side hustle, especially with all the hype about financial freedom for young people like us. But after she paid in, the training was just scripts on how to pitch it to others. No skills, no product. She recruited a couple pals, felt like a boss for a minute, then nothing. Her friends couldn't recruit enough, and the whole thing fizzled. She lost her 100 and learned the hard way that if it sounds too easy, like free money from chatting up your network, it's probably smoke and mirrors. The structure is rigged. Money flows upward, and growth has to explode exponentially to keep paying out. But real life isn't infinite. Eventually, recruitment dries up and the pyramid crashes, leaving the bottom layers holding the bag.
Whoa, that's rough. So it's not about building something real. It's just this upside-down money grab.
Spot on. The key is spotting that unsustainable growth. It's math that doesn't add up long term. But how does it even get off the ground with just a few people promising those big rewards?
Yeah, that part confuses me. Like, doesn't it just die out right away if only a couple people start it?
Nah, it doesn't fizzle that fast because it hooks into our social circles, making it spread like a game of tag at a party. Picture this. It kicks off with one slick recruiter. Let's call him Alex, who's got charisma for days. He spots you at school or online, says, hey, put in $50 to join my team, recruit 3 friends, and you'll earn back double when they each pay their $50. You think, cool. My buddies could use extra cash too. So you join and start texting your crew. Each of those 3 then has to bring in 3 more to make their money back, right? Boom. Now there's 9 new people paying in. It's like stacking blocks. The base layer, Alex, stays small, but every level below doubles or triples in size to keep the payouts flowing up.
Okay, so it grows by everyone pulling in more folks. But what if someone doesn't recruit enough?
That's the sneaky part. It relies on this chain reaction, and early on it feels exciting because the first waves succeed. Alex gets paid from your $50 and the others, pocketing maybe $150 minus a tiny cut for headquarters. You get your 3, so you break even or a bit more, feeling like a winner. But here's where the math bites. To keep going, those 9 need to each recruit 3, adding 27 people. Next round, 81. It explodes exponentially, like how rumors spread in a group chat. One person shares, 10 do, then 100. The promise of big rewards keeps the momentum. Just keep recruiting and you'll climb up. Friends help each other at first, texting tips or hyping it up, which makes it seem like a simple team effort for success. I remember hearing about a kid in my old neighborhood who started one disguised as a crypto club. He got 5 friends in quick, and they all thought they were geniuses sharing investment tips. But without that non-stop flood of new joiners, it stalls. People run out of friends, or folks get wise and say no.
Exponential, so it needs way more people each time? That sounds impossible after a while.
Exactly, and that's why it always collapses without fresh blood. Imagine trying to fill a stadium by each fan bringing 3 more. Starts fun, but soon you're inviting strangers from across town, then the whole city, and eventually the country. Can't happen forever. There are only so many people out there. In real schemes, they push urgency. Join now before spots fill, or don't miss out on the wealth wave. It preys on that fear of missing out, especially for teams like us dreaming of quick cash for games, clothes, or college funds. But once recruitment slows, no more friends to tap or word spreads it's a bust, the money stops flowing up. Late joiners are left chasing ghosts, having paid in, but with no one below to pay them. The whole stack topples and poof, most lose their investment. It's not about building a lasting thing. It's a sprint that only works until it doesn't.
Got it. So it starts small and snowballs through recruiting, but needs endless new people to not crash. Kind of like a chain letter my mom warned me about.
Spot on. Those old chain letters were mini pyramids on paper. The growth feels organic at first, all thanks to trust and friends, but it's fragile. One slowdown and the promises turn to dust. Makes you wonder though, even with that setup, why do the folks right at the very top walk away loaded while everyone else scrambles?
Yeah, that's what bugs me. If everyone's recruiting the same way, shouldn't the money just spread out fairly? Like, why do only the top dogs get the big bucks?
That's the classic objection. If we all play by the same rules and bring in equal folks, victory for all, right? But nope, the game's stacked from the jump. The top participants, the ones who started or joined super early, rake in fees from everyone below them in the chain. Picture it like a human pyramid at a cheerleading event. The folks at the peak hold steady, barely lifting a finger, while the base bears all the weight and crumbles first. In a scheme, say the entry fee is $100. The founder, let's call her Top Tia, gets a cut from every single person who joins under her network. Could be 10%, 20%, whatever the pitch promises. She might bring in just 5 people, but if each of those recruits 3 and so on, her total haul explodes without her doing more work.
So she profits off the whole tower below her? But what about the people in the middle, like if I joined early?
You might do okay short term if you're high enough up. Say you're one of Tia's first 5. You pay your $100, then recruit 3 friends who each pay $100. You pocket, say, $30 from each of them, so $90 back, plus a bit from whoever they bring in. Feels like winning. But here's the rub. As the pyramid widens, later levels have it way tougher. By the time you're looking at the bottom rung, folks who joined after the hype peaked, they're scrambling to find 3 recruits each. Maybe they only snag 1 or 2, or none at all, because all their contacts are already tapped out or wary. No new fees coming in means no payout for them. They lose their $100 investment and poof, they're out. Stats show it. In most schemes, 90% or more of participants end up losing money, especially late joiners who chase the dream but hit a recruitment wall.
Oof, so even if you recruit equally, the math favors the early birds? Like, the top gets fat while the bottom starves.
Exactly. It's not equal opportunity, it's exponential inequality. The top doesn't need to recruit endlessly because the structure funnels money upward automatically. Think of it like a leaky bucket brigade. Water, cash, gets passed up the line, but by the time it reaches the bottom, folks trying to fill their own buckets, there's barely a drip left. I knew a guy in college who jumped into one, pitched as a health supplement network. He was maybe third level down, recruited a few dorm mates, made a quick $200, and bailed. But his recruits, they sunk $100 each and couldn't find anyone new. Everyone on campus had heard the buzz and smelled the scam. He walked with profit. They walked away broke, feeling duped by the everyone wins lie. The rare late joiner who profits, that's like winning the lottery. Possible if you're lucky and aggressive, but the odds are stacked against it. Most folks at the base just fund the winners above without a return.
That sounds super unfair. So the whole thing's designed to screw over the majority who come in hoping for a fair shot.
You got it. It's predatory math at its core. The illusion of equality keeps it rolling with pitches like, just do what I did. But reality hits, recruitment pools dry up, and the bottom loses big while the top cashes out and vanishes. Ties right back to why these things are illegal. They exploit hope without delivering broad success. Makes you think about how even smart people get lured in without spotting the red flags early on.
Yeah, those red flags, like the stories my friend shared about her aunt losing cash in some investment club. They do sound extreme, though. Stuff like that doesn't really happen to regular people anymore, right? With all the warnings online?
Oh, it absolutely still does. More than you'd think, especially with slick online pitches targeting young folks like us on social media. Take the classic Ponzi scheme, named after Charles Ponzi back in the 1920s. He promised huge returns on postal coupons, but it was all fake. He paid early investors with money from new ones. No real investing happening. It blew up huge, ruined thousands when it crashed. Fast forward to today, Bernie Madoff ran the biggest one ever, scamming $65 billion from everyday people, including charities and families saving for retirement. He posed as a Wall Street wizard, but it was the same pyramid trick. Promises of steady 10 to 12% returns, no matter the market. When the economy tanked in 2008, it all unraveled and folks lost life savings. These aren't dusty history lessons. They're warnings.
Whoa, Madoff? I think I heard about that in a movie or something. But what about those MLMs everyone talks about, like the ones selling shakes or jewelry?
Spot on. Many MLMs skirt the line but tip into pyramid territory when recruitment trumps sales. Look at Herbalife or LuLaRoe. They hype Be Your Own Boss with starter kits costing hundreds. Think leggings or vitamins that you need to buy to sell. But the real money? From signing up more sellers, not moving product. Thousands of women, especially moms juggling jobs, got burned by an inventory that piled up in garages because no one wanted to buy at markup. Pressure to recruit is huge. Build your downline, they say, with flashy seminars and success stories from the top earners. No real product value if it's overpriced junk pushed on friends who feel guilty saying no. The FTC shuts down pure pyramids, but blurry ones keep popping up, like crypto opportunities on TikTok, promising 100x returns if you bring in your squad.
Okay, so signs like crazy promises and pushing you to recruit more than sell. That matches what my friend said. Her aunt kept buying stuff she didn't need just to hit quotas.
Exactly. Those are the big red flags. If it screams quick riches, like earn $1,000 a week part-time without real work or a solid product, run. Pressure on your network, that's another. Share with family now. No focus on customer sales, just endless upline fees flowing up. And if they dodge questions about refunds or hide the math on how few actually profit, boom, scam alert. Remember that kid from earlier? His crypto club was all hype videos of Lambos, but zero actual trading tools. Everyday folks fall for it because it feels personal. A friend swears it's legit, tapping that trust we have in our circle. But checking facts? Look up the company with the Better Business Bureau or FTC complaints. If 99% of participants lose money, as in most cases, it's not a business, it's a hustle.
Makes total sense now. So even if it looks all polished and fun, like a girl power brand or tech startup, I just gotta ask, is there a real thing being sold that people actually want, or is it all about dragging in more payers?
You've nailed it. That's the litmus test. Stick to legit paths, like learning skills or saving steadily, and you'll spot the fakes from a mile away. No need to chase pyramids when building real wealth is about smart, steady steps. Feels empowering, doesn't it?
Totally does. Thanks for breaking it down. I won't get suckered into that mess.